Welcome back to Building Character, where we figure out how to play as your favorite fictional characters in Dungeons & Dragons. Join the Patreon for this character sheet and a whole bunch more, and like and subscribe to outdo your rival next time you play. Maybe. Yeah, we're building Ken before Ryu. Want to fight about it? I don't dislike Ryu or anything, but hot take, Ken is cooler. He's the Cherry Coke, the Cool Ranch, the Golden Oreo of the Street Fighter universe. While not the official, standard version, he's better, and he should be. Also, they'll be different enough in D&D, and I have Ryu saved for something later. But more importantly, Ken is better. Let's start off with our goals for this build. First, we need the power of red. Not only will this guy wear a red gi, we'll put some red on your hands and feet for some fire damage. Next, we'll separate ourselves from Ryu with a little more speed, specifically for our attacks. Finally, we need some martial arts. You only use weapons in Super Smash Bros., and people get mad when I make Super Smash Bros. References. Nintendo 3DS. Someone just downvoted because I said that. For stats, we'll be using the standard point array from the player's handbook. Roll for stats if you want, just watch those multi-classing minimums. This build isn't as straightforward as you might think. We'll start off with dexterity though. You're not exactly wearing plate mail to the Street Fighter tournaments. Wisdom after that, you've got to have good reflexes, especially if you're in the Turbo Edition. Constitution next, you might not have any weapons, but for some reason Vega gets to bring knives into the tournament. Bison has psychic powers, you could die if you don't have a lot of HP. Follow that up with charisma. You're literally hot with your fire attacks, but also figuratively hot. Everyone wants a slice of Ken. Strength is a bit low, you're in good shape, we just don't need it if we have dexterity, and we'll dump intelligence. The himbo thing is really in right now. At no point does anyone in Street Fighter do calculus. Ken is a human, a pretty straightforward one too, so we'll just grab the tough feat for 2 extra HP for every level you get, helping you deal with the Lightning Man and E-Honda. E-Honda doesn't have any Belonda, he's just really big. Bump your dexterity and constitution with your 2 free points, take perception for your skill of choice, and the noble background for history and persuasion. You're a rich girl, but you're not a girl. It doesn't really matter anyway. We'll kick things off as a monk, because they're so good at kicking. With that, you can grab 2 skills from the monk list, like athletics and acrobatics. They do kind of similar things, but they'll make you look great in a deep V. That's the most important thing. You get martial arts here, letting you make unarmed attacks with your dexterity modifier and deal 1d4 plus your dexterity modifier in bludgeoning damage with them. You can also make another unarmed attack as a bonus action after you make one with your action. You've got combos at level 1. Even I can do a bread and butter Ken combo, and I'm not playing Ken right now. I'm the schlub in the corner getting hammered because I don't know how to block. You can't use martial arts while wearing armor, but you don't. So good news, you get unarmored defense, making your AC 10 plus your wisdom and dexterity modifier when you're not wearing armor. Maybe you'll actually remember to block. Second level monks get key points they can use to do cool fighters stuff. Wait, what? Step of the Wind. That'll let you dash or disengage as a bonus action and doubles your jump distance if you want to do a helicopter kick into the sky. Patient Defense lets you dodge as a bonus action, helping you put your enemy into a punished state. Flurry of Blows lets you make 2 unarmed attacks instead of 1 as a bonus action. That's a 3-hit combo right away. Honestly, you just have to mash X. You don't even have to be good, but you do need to be fast. An unarmored movement will give you some extra speed when you're wearing your gi. Don't hide those guns. Most of the people are buying tickets to the tournament to see some muscles, or because they want to watch a person die. Third level monks can choose a monastic tradition, and you're traditionally very good at putting fire in your hands, so we'll go for the Ascendant Dragon monk, making you a draconic disciple. So you can change the damage of your unarmed attacks to acid, cold, fire, lightning, or poison damage. You can reroll a failed intimidation or persuasion check once per day, and you can speak draconic. Dragons aren't super common in Street Fighter, but believe it or not, they show up pretty regularly in this game called Dungeons & Dragons. If you'd rather throw a fireball, Breath of the Dragon forces a dexterity saving throw on creatures in a 20-foot cone or a 30-foot line, dealing double your monk die in damage with 1 attack per round. Line is going to be way more useful in a 2D space, but the cone could be more useful if you're not just fighting one person who can only move in one direction. You can use this an amount of times per day equal to your proficiency bonus for free. After that, you gotta spend some key points and burn some meter. Now, what if your DM doesn't let you use Unearthed Arcana? 4 Elements Monk is there for that. You can do the things with the Fire Snake. It's basically the same thing, except it costs key points and makes your punches longer. Deflect Missiles isn't from Unearthed Arcana. It just lets you reduce damage from incoming ranged attacks by 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier and monk level as a reaction. If you drop it to 0, you can even throw it back with a key point, but I think you should save those key points for Hadokens and combo extensions. Just deflecting missiles to stop the projectile spamming is my recommendation. 4th level monks get an ability score improvement, letting you push your dexterity higher right away for more accurate punches. Dropping a combo leaves you open to punishment. You also get slow fall, letting you reduce falling damage by 5 times your monk level. That's just falling from the height of a building, not punishment you take from jumping too much. Obviously, getting an extra attack, that would be pretty great. So would bumping our monk die up to a d6 and getting stunning strike. But getting better at Street Fighter takes patience, so you have to be patient while we jump over to fighter. You can still grab a buff to our damage die thanks to unarmed fighting, letting you use a d6 for your unarmed attacks, a d8 if you got 2 free hands, and a d4 of damage to a creature you have grappled once per turn. Hey, that was the original difference between Ryu and Ken. You have a throw. Isn't that fun? You also get Second Wind, letting you recover 1d10 plus your fighter level as a bonus action once per short rest, helping you get ready for round 2. Second level fighters get Action Surge, letting you make 2 actions in 1 turn once per short rest. That's 3 attacks or 4 with a flurry of blows, which is pretty much where we would be if we had an extra attack, but only once per day. Eventually though, this is going to get your combos better once you hit the labs and get the timing down. Third level fighters can choose a martial archetype, and I'm going to do something a little weird and go for Samurai. Do you need a sword to be a Samurai in 5e? No. You also don't need medium armor. You don't have to be from Japan, because Japan doesn't exist in Dungeons and Dragons. Although your dad did send you to Japan to learn how to fight, so yeah, actually even better. You get an extra skill from a short list. Insight would be nice to get a better read on people. The main buff is Fighting Spirit, which lets you give yourself 5 temporary HP and advantage on your attack rolls for the next round. It uses your bonus action, but effectively doubles your critical hit chance. It's slower, but heavier hits. You can use this 3 times per long rest, so make sure that you use them. You don't get extra D&D points for having them left over. Fourth level fighters get an ability score improvement, letting you cap off your dexterity for the best punches you can possibly have. Well, you could possibly get heavier punches if we stuck with Monk, but Fighter will make us faster, eventually. And we'll actually get just as fast as a Monk would be right now, since 5th level fighters get an extra attack, letting you make 2 attacks with your action, 4 attacks with a flurry of blows, and up to 6 with an action surge. You can make all of those fire thanks to Draconic Disciple, letting you really cook with your Tatsumuki Senpuyuku. I'm trying to say it 3 times, then I'm just gonna give up and call it a hurricane kick. Tatsumaki Senpukyaku. Tatsumaki Senpukyaku. 6th level fighters get another ability score improvement, bump that wisdom for better AC and harder to avoid fireballs. 7th level samurai are elegant courtiers, letting you add your wisdom modifier to your persuasion checks, making you a little bit better at talking to people while you're unarmored. You don't actually have to be unarmored, but I would bet it helps. You also get proficiency with wisdom saving throws, which should help you avoid being charmed, frightened, or paralyzed. It's a very useful saving throw and weirdly isn't on the monk class. So it's a good thing we get it here. 8th level fighters get another ability score improvement to keep pushing your wisdom higher. Now you're using it for even more stuff. Samurai and monk go together like butter and brown butter. They're similar, and they're both delicious. 9th level fighters get Indomitable, letting you reroll a failed saving throw once per short rest. Use it to do an absolutely absurd amount of parries before rallying for a comeback. I have no idea how Street Fighter 2 actually works, but that clip with all the parries on the Chun-Li kicks is amazing. 10th level samurai get Tireless Spirit, letting you give yourself 1 use of Fighting Spirit at the start of your initiative if you start initiative with 0. Resetting your meter for round 2 like Second Wind resets your health. 11th level fighters are faster than monks, giving you another extra attack to make 3 attacks with your action, 6 with an action surge, and up to 8 with a flurry of blows if you don't mind dropping a key point for a truly masterful combo. Ken Mastersful combo. 12th level fighters get another ability score improvement, so you can cap off your wisdom modifier for a base 20 AC to be really good at dodging hits. 13th level fighters get another use of Indomitable. Important to note, you can even use these on death saving throws if you forget to use them against Blanca's Lightning. Lightning is usually a dexterity save, and you have capped dexterity saves, so kind of embarrassing if you forgot, but no worries, because yeah, you can use this on a death save. 14th level fighters get another ability score improvement, and we're done. We have the requisite monk stats. We even have the tough feat already. Maybe the charger feat for a hurricane kick, but that's so much worse than just dashing with your bonus action and attacking 3 times with an action. Elemental Adept only works with spell attacks, not your attack from Draconic Disciple. You've already got the health I would want, probably a bit more because of the tough feat, so whatever we're gonna do isn't really gonna be in character. So I guess, let's just power build. Fey Touch will give you Misty Step once per day for free, letting you teleport 30 feet as a bonus action. That's not Ken. But you can also grab a first level divination spell as well, like Hunter's Mark, to add a d6 of damage to your attacks. You even get +1 charisma or any other soft stat, but charisma would be the most in character. We're sticking with Fighter for the 15th level ability from Samurai, Rapid Strikes, letting you turn 1 attack you have advantage with in a round into 2 attacks. Fighting Spirit does use your bonus action, but there are other ways to get advantage. Also, if you use Fighting Spirit, you also get 15 temporary HP, the same 4 attack combo you'd normally have, and the other 3 attacks have advantage. That's pretty good. Now, remember how I said we were basically done building Ken 2 levels ago? That's kind of true, because our capstone is the perfect time to get Violent. That's right, I'm putting Violent Ken in. Violent Ken also has a teleport, so boom, Misty Step is in character. I'm a genius. I'm getting Violent with a level of Warlock, specifically Hexblade to get Hexblade's Curse. That lets you pick a creature to wreck, adding your proficiency bonus in damage to attacks against them. You critically hit on a 19 or a 20, and recover 1 plus your Warlock level in HP after you kill the target. So, 2. But the rest of that is really good. We're going to talk about it at the end. You also get spells and cantrips. Eldritch Blast is a more traditional Hadoken, firing 4 beams that deal 1d10 force damage each. It's a ranged spell attack, so honestly, not great for you. Another great thing about this build, True Strike is almost useful. It gives you advantage on a weapon attack against a creature next round, which you could use to activate your rapid strikes. So you actually wouldn't end up losing an attack, and could use Flurry of Blows as your bonus action since you don't have to use the Fighting Spirit. Or you could just attack 3 times, which would still be better. So, you know, it's still bad. Expeditious Retreat would let you dash as a bonus action for up to 10 minutes, basically giving you Step of the Wind without spending those key points, and Shield adds 5 to your AC as a reaction, helping you guard with 25 AC. Those are both fine uses of your spell slots, but I'd save it for more Hunter's Marks. We really came here for 2 more Hunter's Marks and Hexblade's Curses. Is Hexblade's Curse good on you? Well, now that we've hit level 20, let's figure out how viable this build is. With Hexblade's Curse and Hunter's Mark, each of your punches deals 1d8 plus 1d6 plus 11 bludgeoning or fire damage, with a doubled critical hit chance, 4 attacks per round standard, and a maximum of 9, with Action Surge, Flurry of Blows, and Rapid Strikes. If you can mix those all together, that's 9d8 plus 9d6 plus 99 damage in a single combo. Median rolls, that's 162 damage in 1 round. You're also a very solid tank, with nearly 200 HP depending on your rolls and 20 base AC to stay in the fight for a bunch of rounds. Finally, you got the best saving throws in the game, with Dexterity and Wisdom both capped off, and Strength at +6 just for good measure. For weaknesses, you're not good at using Eldritch Blast, with only +1 Charisma, meaning that your Warlock level was really just for Hexblade's Curse. That's also a limited resource, as is Hunter's Mark and your key points, so if you find yourself fighting more than one person, it could be an issue. Finally, your intelligence is bad, so psychic damage and illusions could be an issue for you. But what are the odds that there's a psychic guy in a fighting tournament? You're more likely to run into Mike Tyson, and with your amazing combos and defensive skills, you'll be punching him out. You're great at dodging, and you hit like a small truck. A little Mac, if you will. I'm sorry, I referenced Smash Bros. Please don't leave. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, subscribe for more. We make 2 videos every week. Join the Patreon for this character sheet and a whole bunch more, and sub to Tulok and Mango for more Tulok fun.